So what all things we are going to do here to simulate a real world scenario, so where solution architect document will be handed down to the development team to build and implement. So here we will have architect team, they will create document for us and they will provide us document. So for you, actually I will work on this position, so I will create document for you, I will explain that document, and then I am only going to follow all these steps like development also, but for 20 to 25% of API you need to follow development activity, whatever developer activity you have. Make use of Mulesoft out of box capability. So in Mulesoft, as I mentioned, we have lots of connector, lots of component. So based on our like your best experience and all, you need to identify which component and which connector you should use to achieve that particular business requirement. So for example, to achieve same functionality we have, for example, to handle error scenario, we have on error continue and on error propagate. Now you need to think based on your experience and based on your expertise, you need to think which component will be more suitable there. For example, we can have sequential call, we can have parallel call. So based on business requirement, we should think like, should we go with scatter gather? If we have huge amount of data we want to process, then we should think like, do we need batch processor, do we need parallel for each, do we need for each? Okay, so same we have multiple component which do same task, but based on business requirement, based on our experience, we need to think which component will be most suitable. Okay, whatever it may happen, like if you will use different component also, end result will be same, but there will be difference in your performance. So whenever you do development of a API, then whatever focus you are giving to achieve that business requirement, same focus you need to give on your API performance also, same focus you need to give on error scenario also. Like in many places, this thing I observe very commonly, they think about only success scenario. Okay, they don't think about this error scenario and all. But if you will not handle error scenario properly, then you will come in very big trouble. Okay, maybe your small mistake can create a big loss for your organization. Okay, so whenever you think about development, think about that happy scenario, but equally focus you need to give on error scenario. Okay, so maybe in document and all you will get only success scenario detail, so you need to check with your architect, you need to check with whoever providing you detail, like what will happen if this error will come, what will happen if this error will come. So whenever you do development, you should give equal focus on performance, you should give equal focus on error handling. And whatever my experience I have till this point, very less people think about this error handling, they only focus on this happy scenario. For error handling they just do for to complete that, but you should carefully think about error scenario, otherwise your API will be very complex in the sense, if there will be any error, whoever calling your API, they will not come to know exact reason. Even if there will be some silly mistake, he will not able to identify, then you need to go through log, then you need to check in log and you need to identify region. But if you will do proper error handling, then your API will be very smooth and it will be very user friendly API. And another thing I am missing, that is logging is also very important. Now in logging also you need to take care of two things. You should not do unnecessary logging also, and you should not miss mandatory logging also. Okay, so logging should be perfect one.
Ravi, we are going to discuss about customer error also.
Custom error
and try block, try catch.
Okay, that I need to check that that will come in our project or not. At this moment I am not sure. Whatever business scenario we are going to cover, we need custom error or not.
And what about data wave and data wave functions?
So whatever data weave function we need in this project, we are going to cover. And whatever in data weave actually itself is a big like it's a programming language. So definitely in this project we are going to use maximum 5 to 10% of data weave. 90% data weave you need to do your self study, and that is very easy. Okay, if you are from any programming language, then you can easily go through Mulesoft doc, and they have created very good documentation for data weave function, and you can learn from there. And if you learn data weave properly, it will definitely take 1 month. Okay, it's a complete
Thank you,
programming
Ravi.
language. Yeah.
Yeah, Ravi, if you can provide some material, Ravi.
Sorry, reference. Okay, if you haven't followed my previous video and all, many places I have given reference. Okay, so let me give you again.
Yeah, Ravi, two quick questions.
So
The play also I know, but
so
the
first,
study material, if you have any.
yeah. What you know, so this platform you can use to learn. Okay, so here you can write code and you can see result. And Mulesoft doc you need to use for data weave. Till this point whatever I have did my research, so Mulesoft document is best like place where you can live, where you can learn this data weave properly. Mulesoft. Okay, and it's a very big concept, means it's a complete programming language. Okay, I will say it's not difficult, it's very easy. If you are from other programming language, you can guess that function and you will get that function. So previously I worked on other integration technology. I know what all predefined method or function we have there. So whenever I am writing code here, I'm guessing okay this function should be here. If you are in Java, for in Java also we have substring, concat, substring after, substring before, same kind of functionality we have here. Okay.
Yeah, Ravi, two questions regarding logging, which we have talking previously.
Yes.
Yeah, what is the advantage of logging and how we do logging?
Okay, so how we will do logging, that we are going to cover in this project. So what is advantage of logging? So see, if you are running your code, okay, if there will be any failure, then you need some tracking. Means you need some message by which you can track what is error in your system. Okay, so for that purpose we will use different kind of logging. For example, whenever our process will start, I will do one logging. Whenever my process will end, I will do one logging. Now if someone is calling my system and he is claiming I called your process, okay, with this event ID or with this transaction ID, but I didn't get any response. So how you will confirm you got request for that particular transaction ID or not? Or maybe they called some other endpoint and they are claiming they called our API. If you will not do request logging, then you will not able to find. So for that purpose, we will use that transaction ID in our log and we will see do we have any request log for this transaction ID or not. Okay, if you able to find that, that's mean they called your API correctly. Now you will see you have response log or not. If you have response log also, that means they you all successfully responded that API. There is some problem with their call, they are doing some mistake, they are not handling response properly. Now if there will be error log, means there is some failure in your system and due to that you are sending some error message to calling system. Okay,
These loggings will be done in our local system or else in Cloud Hub?
everywhere we need. If we will not do in Cloud Hub, so how you will support your production, how you will support your SIT, UAT?
Yes, sir. Okay, and one more question. What are JSON loggers? Is it different one?
Actually, in Mulesoft we have two kind of logger component. One is normal logger component, another one is JSON logger. Okay. So
and what is the difference between normal logger and JSON logger?
In JSON logger they have given some advantage. Okay. So
Okay.
that advantage you will get in case of JSON logger, but if you want to use JSON logger, then I think you need license. Okay,
Okay.
that
Means,
I'm not
okay,
sure.
what is the advantage of using JSON loggers? Because in the previous interview which I have attended, they asked me whether you have worked on JSON loggers in the previous, like that they have
So in
asked
JSON
me.
logger, actually they created that component mode, like you will get lots of configuration there. So for example, you want to mask few field. Okay, for example, you have few fields that is like mode, that data contains some sensitive information, for let's
Okay.
say phone number or gender, or it
Okay.
can be like some other sensitive information. So you don't want to show that information in log, so you can
Okay.
mask. So in JSON logger, like you will get this kind of advantage. You don't need
Okay.
any custom code to mask this data and all.
Okay. Right. Thank you.
Excuse me, Ravi.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know how we proceed just like this. I mean, we all have different exposure, and if we are interrupted with questions, I mean, we are like losing it.
Yeah.
I would prefer personally, like you were explaining the scenario and sequentially,
Yeah.
and finally, if people are invited to ask a question, that will be easier. Now, my
Yeah.
mind is like distracted here and there because so many queries are coming
Yeah.
for me,
Okay.
especially.
Yeah. So for today's session, I am giving all this flexibility. So whenever anyone has
Okay.
any doubt, so they are
Okay.
asking. But from next day onward, actually, I will take care of this thing. So
Yeah.
Okay.
next
Thank
day
you.
onward,
Thank you.
actually, like we will follow that approach only. But for today, actually, I know like lots of people are from different background, and
Yeah,
they
just
have.
to consider today's session as an introduction. From tomorrow
Yeah.
onwards, we'll continue with only projects sincerely.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah,
thank
that's
you.
why like I forgot who mentioned those things. So from second session onward, like we will follow that approach only. So I will give some time to ask query and all. But today actually I know like lots of people have lots of thing in their mind. So I am giving that kind of flexibility. They can ask whatever they have. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and like whatever question like came here, so like almost 80% things we are going to cover, so automatically those things will come. Yeah, 10 to 20% thing I can see like maybe we will not cover or we will not discuss, but 80% or 90% things we are going to cover in this project. Okay, and at that time like we will do detailed discussion and you will get everything. Okay, so next like where we are. Yeah, till this point we covered everything. Now make use of design center to create raml. So in Mulesoft we have design center. So inside any point platform we have design center, and we will use design center to create raml.
Ravi, now it is recording, right?
Yes, recording in progress. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and then so once we will complete development of our raml, we will publish on exchange. Okay, so now exchange is provided by Anypoint platform itself. It's again a kind of center repository only, similar to Git. It's a kind of like center repository where we can give access to different user, or and they can access our raml on exchange. Okay, so as everyone know, like raml is not part of, like it's not a actual implementation of our API. It's just a document. Okay, so like when we will work on any API development, so first we create one document, that is our raml file, like how our API structure will be. So what all request it will accept, what all response it will give, what will be method it will support. Okay, what all method it will support. Okay, all those details we will have in raml. Now as I mentioned, like we will follow best practice of raml here, like we will use fragment, so we will use trait, data type, other things we are going to use. Or
Hi Ravi.
yeah.
In many interviews, they're asking why we are going for Ramal and why you are not directly going for any point studio and why you are not going doing flows, creating flows. They're asking.
Yeah. So
What is the
Ramal, as I
purpose of
mentioned,
Ramal?
Ramal, as I mentioned, it's a kind of document for our API. Okay. For example, if you want to create one home, if you will not create one design of your home, then it will be very difficult for like developer who are going to develop that home. Like it will be very difficult for them to complete that development. Okay. So what we used to do whenever we create our home, we create one map, we take approval from municipality, and then we go for development of our home. Same way, whenever some requirement comes for API, we create RAML file, we document all the requirement there, like what will be input structure, what will be output structure, what all method it will support, everything we mention there, and then we publish that RAML on Exchange, and we ask our BA people or architect to verify that RAML. Okay, is it fulfilling their requirement or not? If
Okay.
they will say yes, this is fulfilling their requirement, then we go for API development. Now, if we will not follow that pattern, then what will happen? We will complete our API development, and they will say no, this like we are not expecting API should be like this. Then we need to do lots of effort. But if we will do that effort in RAML, it will be very small effort. But if we will do in API, then it will be big effort. Okay, so in this way we can save our effort. Same way, like if you are planning to create your home without map, if you are creating and if you will create something wrong in your base, then like it will be very difficult to change that home again. Okay, it will, you need lots of effort, you need lots of money. Same way here also, like if we are going to keep changing our API, then we need lots of money, lots of effort also.
Okay, Ravi. Thank you, Ravi.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ravi, those are the advantages with the RAML, but in some scenarios they also might ask like creating the studio itself, no Ravi? In that scenario, how it will be useful?
I want to answer that one. I forgot. Yeah. So
Yeah.
many scenario actually we don't need RAML file. When we need RAML file, we need RAML file only in case of REST API. If we are going to create API as a REST API, then only we need RAML. If our API is like source system is Salesforce, database, JMSQ or any other system, we are not going to expose our API as a REST API, then we don't need RAML file. We can create directly from Anypoint platform. Okay. So next, create Mule message flow making use of Mule component connector. So we are going to use lots of Mulesoft component and connector. Okay, to create our message to achieve our business requirement. Implement a solution based on the scenario and specification given this document. Okay, fine. Then we will go for different testing, like unit testing, unit testing, and performance testing. So for testing purpose, we are going to use different tools like Postman, SOAP UI, and JMeter. So these three software we are going to use. Mostly we are going to use this Postman instead of SOAP UI. Using SOAP UI also we can test REST API, but Postman is like nowadays very user friendly, and most of the project you will see Postman only. In some project you will see some other software is there, REST something is there.
Yeah, I think it is ARC. Instead of Postman, you also can use ARC.
REST ARC. Thank you.
In Mulesoft, if someone completed Mulesoft training, then they use different software, REST RC or some other software.
REST ARC.
Yeah. But like as per my experience and I feel that Postman is very much comfortable, and it has lots of feature also. Like we can create here repositories, central repository, and we can share our like code with each other, and like Postman script with each other. You can create Postman curl and you can share. So lots of advantage are there. and this tool is now getting too much popularity, and 90% organization using this Postman also only. For performance testing, Postman don't support. I think they don't support. So for performance testing, I think JMeter is best tool. So we will use JMeter. Okay, and at the end we will use this. We will demo our working project. So once we will complete our development, we will demo and we'll so like will it's meeting all the functional requirement and all. Extend and enhance your application in real time. So we are going to follow everything in real time approach only. Okay, next, like this business scenario. In this transaction and loyalty module, what all things we are going to cover, you can see here. So in front end, process will start, like user will make transaction. That transaction they will call transaction API, and that transaction will be stored in Salesforce. Okay, so this actually Salesforce is a CRM, customer relationship CRM system. So here we will store all the customer related information. So in customer detail, we will store this transaction detail also, like that particular transaction, particular customer made how many transaction. Once transaction detail will come in Salesforce, we will sync that transaction detail from Salesforce to loyalty system. Now, based on that transaction and customer detail, like customer will falls in which tier. For example, it falls in like premium tier, then it will get more points. So there will be some rule to calculate that points. So based on that transaction, it will convert that transaction detail into points for that customer. Now, so again customer will able to see their points, how many points are there. Okay, so one API will be added here. I will add one API to see points. Okay, let me make a Kostav, can you make a note? So one API we will have here to add to see points, how many points that customer has. Now once he will see like he has enough number of points to claim any coupon, so he will use this claim coupon API to claim that coupon. So once he will claim that coupon, so it will go to this system, like that coupon will be claimed by that user, and that coupon will be added in customer account. Now customer can redeem that coupon, means he are going to use that coupon, redeem coupon. In case of revoke coupon, he already used that coupon, but he are going to return that item. For example, in Shopper Stop, I purchased something using like that coupon. I paid 400. Actual price was 450. I paid 350 from my wallet and 100 as a coupon. If I am going to return that item, then 350 they will return you as a amount only, but 100 coupon they will not give you amount. So in that case, revoke coupon API will called. So we will return that coupon in customer wallet again, customer account again. Okay, so that he can use that coupon next time. Okay, and then here we are syncing all the coupon related information, like how many coupons that customer has, how many coupon he claimed or exercised. All those detail we are syncing from loyalty system to Salesforce. So customer can, in front end system, customer can see those detail. Okay, so all this business we are going to cover. So every company like follow this loyalty management like this only. There can be system can be different. Instead of this, for example, here we have KGLM system. In this, like other company can use. So there are multiple loyalty management vendors are there. SaaS means SaaS products are there. Okay, so you can take license of anyone and you can use that one. Okay, it depends on company to company. which loyalty management they are preferred, and with them they take license and they will use their loyalty management system. In our case, actually we can't take license of this, otherwise like I means even if I will pay 10 times of this tuition fee, then I will not get, since they charge very high cost. Okay, so what I did, whatever functionality they will perform, I created those functionality by myself. It's not very secured and all. I just completed that functionality. Okay, so we are going to use that API as a third party API. So I will provide that API detail in next session when we will start our development and all. Okay, since taking of license of this loyalty system will be very complex, so means anyhow they are going to expose their API. So I created a similar kind of API and we are going to use that API. Okay, Salesforce system, like we will get trial account. For MySQL also we are going to use remote MySQL. Okay, so we will use this database, since we are going to deploy our code on Cloud Hub. If we will use local database, then it will not work from Cloud Hub. We can do local testing, but from Cloud Hub it will not work. So there are few remote MySQL server are there, so we will use that one. But sometime we may face some problem, since their network is not very good. Okay, so we'll see how we will manage that one. Then object.
Ravi, what is the difference between MySQL DB and Oracle DB?
So these all I think I'm not sure. MySQL and Oracle, they are provided by Oracle only, but these are different kind of database. Okay.
So connecting process is same,
no,
or a little bit different?
Different. There will be some difference. Okay. So in market there are multiple database provider are there, like Oracle database, MySQL database. Then we have Microsoft SQL database, and other database also there in market. So here we are.
But operations are same, right?
Yes.
Both,
yeah. Like SQL, query and all will be very similar. Okay. For MySQL and Oracle, I think query is completely similar. For Microsoft SQL, I think there is slight difference. I'm not sure 100%. I'm not sure, but like in overall logic will be same. Okay. If you know any database, then you will able to survive. Okay.
Ravi, in company only the Cloud Hub database are used.
Sorry.
In companies generally Cloud Hub database are used.
Cloud Hub. No, database actually, as I mentioned, like there are multiple database provider. For example, in cloud also you can take license of database. For example, Ali system provided, Ali Cloud provide database also. Even this Azure, AWS, yeah, they also provide database. But for that we need license. We don't have, so we will use free one. Okay. So there are few. I'm not sure in trial account they give us database. Database.
AWS they give the.
Okay, database also in trial account. Okay. If anyone has AWS account, trial account, can you check once? Means not now, means by tomorrow, like they provide database detail or not. And if they are providing database there, then try to connect with local system to that database. Are you able to connect or not?
Yeah, I connected.
Okay, so using Workbench or any other system you connected?
Toad for MySQL I used for that.
Okay, MySQL. Okay, and you have valid license. Valid trial account you have.
Yeah, I have valid trial.
Okay, so may I know your name? So after this call, maybe I will connect.
Mayank.
Okay. Then after this call, I will connect with you. If that will work, then I think better we will go with that. Okay. So in that case, like we will not face this network issue. So whatever free server I have, sometime we may face some network issue and it will kill our time. Okay. If in case of Azure and AWS, definitely server will be very smooth and we will not get any this kind of disturbance. Okay, fine then. So we are done with this flow diagram.